You had to hit it.
Hello.
Welcome to Coffee with.
Take
Go ahead,
it away,
Drew.
Sean. Take it away, Sean.
Welcome to Coffee with your sci-fi gaming and con plus other things podcast. We're here with Drew of the USS Russell camp and our broadcast crew, and Richard of the introduce your ship. I can't remember.
The USS Vimy Ridge.
The Vimy Ridge.
USS Vimy Ridge.
It's on the screen.
Yeah, I can't. On my phone, I can't read that, unfortunately. But tonight's episode is primarily going to focus on gaming. And I know Drew's got some. Yay! Some feelers out that we possibly will have some people come in from this region, hopefully. But I know for a fact Drew has a game that he is really enjoying. Oh, I believe it's Bridge Commander or Simulator.
It is Starship Simulator. Give me a second. Let's see if we can do this. Where am I at? Right here. Nope, that's not me. This is me. Nope. Where are we at? Oh, that's not it. Oh, I'm brain dead. Hello, Renaissance. All right, where's the share? There it is. This is it. Whoa, my mouse is set too fast.
Uh-oh. I know that we're talking about the gaming, but Sean just announced something special. 2024.
Oh.
2024 BartoCon guest announcement. Captain Kirk of the Star Trek Enterprise continues. Vic Mongolan is
Vic.
Yeah, I messed up his last
name for a long time.
Yeah, but it just posted.
That's all right. He's
So
not yours.
Yeah, you saw
Anyway,
most
it's called Starship Simulator.
Yeah, you saw him last weekend.
No, I didn't. He wasn't there. He was in
Damn.
New York. Um, it's in demo now on Stream. There is a multiplayer capability where you can get 6 or 7 or 8 up to 15 people on a single ship. And you go out and explore, you go out and get into combat, so you go out and do all kinds of fun shit. This is what it does. Unlike Star Trek Online, and I can't wait till the full game is done. Okay, first off, the captain's office. You got your office. So you got to pick who's who. Here's your XO's office. And here's the lounge. You can either take the elevator down or you can run around this thing. From here, you need the elevator. Unfortunately, right now, the rest of it's done by running downstairs or upstairs. But there is a full engineering deck. There is a full. This is one incredible piece, and it's still a work in a work in progress. See, there's how you get down decks right here. And when you come up, you see on this wall or this wall, you see the actual deck. Work in progress. Lift. But when you're running around, there are certain walls that tell you where everything is. Shows you where you are and where everything is at and what you're doing there. Which I personally think is pretty cool, and you can actually give people, once it's running, you can assign them full staterooms. So you will have a constantly functioning ship if you have people in different areas popping in at different times.
Unfortunately, I can't look up yet to see who the user is. Renaissance. That's not a Florida chapter.
No, the Renaissance.
Is this Donna?
Nope.
No, the Renaissance, I think, is in Region 13.
Okay.
Who?
I don't know who.
Region 13.
I don't know who it is yet because I'm trying to get my computer up so I can actually search. But if you say your name, I can actually address you. Oh, cool. Would you like to come on and talk about it since you know about it too? Ian Brantley.
I do believe he's being a smarty pants because it'll be installed on Tuesday as kind of the running joke. Thank you, the Enterprise.
Oh.
Did we
True.
ever install anything except on Tuesday? Isn't everything installed on Tuesday?
And some of it's installed next Thursday.
Oh.
Oh.
Or on the fly as you're running away.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know. I know that I'm getting like 6 shuttles on Tuesdays. So.
6 shuttles.
There's some debate on what the full complement on a sovereign is.
The sovereign? Would you like to?
Yeah, it's a sovereign, isn't it?
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you a question. Is it a Sovereign A, which is the original, or is it the Sovereign B, which was designed by Russell Camp and myself.
Oh, well, I probably don't have enough pull to have a bee. So I probably have
We are a sovereign bee, and the sovereign bee. The best part of it is, we actually have launch tubes for warp fighters, and our saucer section has an independent warp core.
Yeah, I think I would have noticed that on the tour.
Would you like to borrow a couple fighters?
I've absconded with some fighters. Oh wait, I'm not supposed to manip that, am I?
Well, I thought it was yours was one that was completed in dry dock behind us.
I'll have to check.
If it was, let me know, and I will make sure that you get a copy of the blueprints.
I will definitely. I will definitely do that.
You just have to take deck 4 and 5 out.
Yeah, basically, deck 4 and 5 have been converted into a hangar bay with an industrial replicator.
No, I don't really see a problem with that.
Yeah, I know. That way, the bunk area of the ship is deck 6 and 7, and that basically holds Marines and pilots. Period. If we can't blow you up in space, we got enough shit to take you out on the ground.
I mean, it's not like what's the crew complement on a Sovereign? What 850 or something?
Can you hear me on this one?
Yes.
Yeah, we can. Welcome to Crazy BS. This is where the insanity starts.
Yay! Now I can actually do stuff.
Yeah.
And the cool thing is I also installed, while I was setting up, my 40-inch TV, so I can see y'all from over there now.
Yes, and you got a warble again.
What do you mean warble? Oh, I need to change my camera.
He says, well, good.
Okay. So now,
okay.
I actually have it the right setup. But so we're talking about gaming and stuff for gaming. Sometimes, especially like you want to do Star Trek Adventures, you want to do what's it called? Actually, displays of what you're talking about. And so you can get the different building block setups. But the stand for this one is crappy. I don't even know where I put it. Because it's like you put a needle and you're holding it up with a needle. That's it. So I ordered a stand from Temu, and I will be setting it up so that this can actually be a display permanently and not fall apart as I'm transporting it to a con. Let's see. We did last week. We did a con called Prehistoric Con, and that was fun.
Yeah, it was simply a community service responsibility.
Yep. We had 4 members of our crew, and I left at about 2:30. How long did y'all stay?
We left at about 3:10 because I almost passed out. What happened?
I hit the desk and it turned off the camera. Hold on.
No, okay. Just future information. You're not supposed to do that.
Not at all. Now I need to set it to the right camera. Okay.
You all fancy.
All right.
with
So
it.
you see the nice wall. It was created out of these little sheets of sticky foam. They're pretty thin, but the foam is enough that it dampens down, so the echo helps out. So what I'm planning on doing is, you saw the door when the camera wasn't in the right spot. I'm going to finish the door area over and then finish some of this stuff that I didn't have with the foam board. So this will be the complete, this side of the room will be completely bricked off. I'm hoping that by adding the foam tiles to the wall, the doors, it will dampen the sound that goes to Mom's room. But so has anybody played any games other than the Star Trek, the space simulator? I'm sorry, and that's on Steam.
Yeah, it's Starship Simulator.
Starship Simulator on Steam. I will grab the link to it after the show and post it so that everybody can get it. I do have that installed on this computer as well.
There are a lot of options out there. We have Star Trek Online. We have, of course, Bridge Commander. We have Bridge Crew. We have, well, personally, I have those.
Oh, he just said that the Renaissance used to be the Nomad.
Well, I know that ship. We fought side by side.
Hold on.
Yep.
Give me 1 second.
If she came home to what? Multiple games?
I lost connection with the camera.
You know, the ship is only 659 to 53 yards long, or meters. All you would have to do is build it in your backyard. What the heck? I mean, you only need 291 on the ground.
Yeah, but do you know that there's different colors of the wall? So if you're wanting to decorate a room, y'all can go on Temu and actually check out the different ones, because what was there, 15 or 20 different ones that we saw, Drew?
20.
So you got options, and who knows, you might just do it between bookshelves.
And
you know, just to have
Top Hatter
that
has
one.
another 51.
Huh?
Top Hatter has another 51. So
Give me a second. I'm sending.
I scored from the Nomad.
That's what I was about to pull up. Unfortunately, I don't have Facebook open yet. You know, I am a little bit behind today. I'm sorry, everybody. Didn't expect it to take me 45 minutes to get the computer up. And that's what happens when Windows decides we're going to put an update out.
No, that's all right. Don't worry about it.
Oh, you got it. Thank you.
There it is.
That little certificate in the middle says USS Nomad. So I didn't realize that was what ship you're on. So when you said that it was the Nomad, I immediately knocked my camera offline again.
And then there's this. They came with that.
Those are nice.
Says the Commander's Commendation, USS Nomad, NCC 72382. God, that was a long time ago. We only had 12.
Yeah. Now we're up to what, 22, 21 or 22? If everybody reapplies that's out of country.
22. Our cultural officer will be in France next week with a class.
Tell them I want some chocolate.
They're going to be in the
I'm
Champagne
joking, but-
region. I told them I want Burgundy.
This is reasonable.
I want some damn good Burgundy. I don't want the. Never mind.
That'll work.
The Americanized stuff.
It sounds funny when you say it. It sounds funny when you say it.
So,
You know,
other
it's, like,
thing,
it's like when someone tells me, "Would you like a lager?" And they're like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Sure." And they hand me something that's Americanized that's supposed to be a Canadian beverage. I'm like, "Excuse me. If you don't have this shit from Canada, don't offer it to me." Well, most people don't know what it tastes like. Well, unfortunately, for you, I do. And don't tell me you want to give me an Americanized Foster, because that ain't going to work either. The Olympia Brewing Company screwed it up the minute they got part of a recipe.
So the other thing,
I know there's. Sorry, Sean.
the other thing when you're doing games and stuff, especially if you're like role playing tabletop games, you're not limited to order Screech in Canada. Hi and hello, and yeah, I've got to open up that so I can actually talk.
Hi, hello,
Um,
and hello, hi.
we have 3D printers. You can 3D print stuff. You can order figures and stuff like that. But sometimes the best way.
The light or the dark? There's the question. Or can you only get the light in Canada?
What,
No, you
rum?
can get it out Australia too. Moonshine rum.
You can get that in Kentucky too if we want to go visit what's his name and go.
No,
hey,
no. The moonshine rum in the United States, if memory serves, is all darks. There are no lights.
Oh, really?
There's no clears. If I remember correctly, you get up in Richard's neck of the woods and you can get some of the clears. And I know in Australia you can, but the ones in Australia flip you upside down, shake you a few times, and then slap you.
That sounds great. I usually have to pay extra for that.
Yeah, I know, right? Same here. I tell you, it's not like I wouldn't just go yes.
Screech is what you say after you drink it.
Yes, loudly.
Before or after you taste the cod.
Hi, James.
It's like it's not that I drank it. It's just that it drank me.
Yeah. Essentially. I will be installing the other monitor here. I just haven't had the time and energy to enforce the shelving to hold it.
You don't need energy. You just need to have slept 12 hours before you do it.
Or at least 3.
Man is wishful thinking again. When the fuck do you get 3 hours? Pardon my language. When do you get undisturbed 3 hours?
Depends on how
Oh
much
wait,
of that THC I take.
and are not on the recliner in my living room.
The recliner over there as well.
Oh, that's right. You got one too.
Can you send James the link because I'm having issues?
James.
Yeah,
Uh,
James Reed. Sleep. What's that? Yeah, that's. If you've seen me a couple days this week, you would have thought I did.
it says that my request can't be processed.
Really? Okay,
That
James,
sounds.
if you want to come in, it's on the forum for some reason. But what I was saying is, you don't have to stick to classic stuff. One of the things that I started doing is uh, every couple days I'll go check out the clearance section at my Walmart that I work at. And the reason why is sometimes you never know. You want a ship that, granted, people that watch the TV series will know what it's from, and you just want a one-off ship for your game. Why spend $44 when you can get it for $10 a time? So you can get figures and all just so that when you're doing your games and making a little bit more interactive, you actually have some interesting figures that, unless you're a fan of what is it called, Young Jedi, you pull this out and they might not be a Star Trek fan or Star Wars fan, and all of a sudden you're able to pop up a little figure that they've never seen before. Now, if they're a Star Trek fan, they're going to know what this is. Or Star Wars fan, they're going to know what that is. But like I said, 3D printing, this would cost you a lot more to make than $10 after all the painting and hours of time to customize it. So if you can get something on clearance, here, I
I
got
sent
it.
it to James.
You can get something on clearance for a lot cheaper, go for it. Don't just say, "Hey, that's just this genre," because who knows what happens if you do a one-off, um what's it called? Say you do a D&D campaign based off of Stargate. That would be perfect for one of the alien ships. All of a sudden there's an alien ship and you're fighting an alien ship. You can either customize every single one or just pick up random stuff. Places like Five Below, just go through and look what you can use for gaming. And the other side effect of that is you do start building up some pretty cool display setups
Yep.
with just clearance stuff that you would never think about. Oh yeah, garage sales. The problem with garage sales is I never have cash. And in my neck of the woods, they don't sell toys at garage sales. You get clothes and broken lawnmowers.
Who pays for a broken
Yeah,
lawnmower?
not necessarily.
My grandfather used to buy them for parts.
Hmm.
To fix other
I
lawnmowers.
do believe, Sean, that you got an email of something that will be coming to me.
No.
From a young lady, from, well, not a young lady. She's a chief petty officer, retired.
When would I have gotten this email?
Well, she sent you at least one email that has something to do with it. I don't know if you got it, but
Oh,
I'll show you.
okay.
Hello, James.
Hello,
Hello.
James.
My
This
I'm on
particular
the phone, so my laptop is taking forever.
this particular USS Constitution 1700 was done for this young lady by a very special group. It was done by the United States Navy engineers where old Ironsides had been fixed and
Oh,
that fixed old Ironsides. They did this whole thing, and she's getting up there. She's getting ready to go sailing on that Enterprise. And I've worked with her a couple of times. She is mailing it to me.
cool.
It was officially done by the United States Navy.
Wow.
We're gonna need to frame that and make it a permanent display.
Oh yeah.
That is awesome.
On top of that, they flew her retirement flag on the Constitution and sailed it around, when it took its sail around the harbor.
Oh, that's awesome.
Very impressive.
Sharon's a pretty awesome lady. When she said I could have it, I said, "Are you sure?" She's like, "Of course I'm sure. Why wouldn't I be?" I said, "You could get, like, I don't know, money for that." She said, "It's not about money. It's taking care of business between people that I know."
Well, we know you just renewed somebody's SFI account.
Yeah, it was a gift renewal. They earned it.
Well, I know. I know it's not yours because I know when yours renews.
No, mine's in February.
Yeah, yours is
It
a
was
month
John's.
after mine.
That's fair.
It was our cultural officer.
Oh, cool.
He
Okay.
he did me a tremendous service 3 times. So
Yeah.
then he says, "I'm getting ready to pay it back, but renew," and I'm like, "Well, I already renewed for you, so don't worry about it." Why would you do that?
Well, in truth, right now the USS Texas might as well be called a lake ship.
Not with those guys.
Well, think about it. That river is almost completely sandbarred now. Where the USS Texas is kept. Last time they moved it, they had to dredge the river. But he's talking. Ian's talking about the HMS St. Lawrence. But yeah, I saw one of the things on the USS Texas where it's been in the river that it was in. They had to move it because it basically couldn't move at all.
Yeah, but when they get finished, she'll be moving out on her own.
Yeah. So I have been playing a video game recently, Baldur's Gate 3, and You don't realize how much you miss on technical advances when you don't know what the new Vulkan engine is, and that DirectX 11 is slower than Vulkan. Although, okay, so Ian plays World of Warships.
That's a good game, actually.
But I can tell you that this 6-year-old gaming laptop does struggle with playing Baldur's Gate. So while back in 6 years ago it was a great gaming laptop, you can see the technological advances.
Now it'll be a little different, but I'm running Baldur's Gate on a 6-year-old desktop.
Yeah.
So
when you click chat, how long does it take between the chat and when it actually starts chatting?
In the game?
Yeah.
Not bad.
Mine's normally about 30 to 45 seconds.
Oh no, I'm probably doing like maybe 1 or 2.
Yeah.
Like I have not noticed a play difference. Like if I watch a stream or or like a video
Yeah.
of people playing or people doing video or like doing conversations or that, I don't really see a difference between my game and their game significantly. I mean, occasionally you'll see something that's sort of like, you know what, that's probably better than what I have. But I mean, for the purposes of, I was worried because I don't make the video recommendation, right?
Yeah, but the video is one thing. It's more of this computer has a basic hard drive. It doesn't have a solid state drive.
Oh.
And I think it only has 8 gigs of RAM. So you probably got me on the RAM, and you possibly will have a faster hard drive.
Oh, I got an M2.
Okay. So
yeah, so and the M2 that it is on is the faster of my 2 M2s.
Okay. So that's why that's the big difference. This one has the 1 terabyte basic hard drive, and the
I didn't know it would install on a disk because I know Larian basically says it needs to be on solid state as a minimum.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
But that is the thing, is it is supposed to be onto a solid state because of the access time required, which is probably why you have such a delay.
I wonder if I could do an external solid state and make it work.
Possibly.
Huh.
I don't see why you couldn't, but I think you'll definitely need USB 3.2.
Well, I got the it's got the USB set up on it. It's just the drive itself. So that makes sense. If it's saying that it needs the faster drive for the access, that makes a lot of sense. Because it wasn't a small game.
No, it's huge.
So that makes a little bit more sense. Maybe I need to look into investing into a solid state for that game. So, hi, Mark. Got any game stuff?
Hello. Well, hello, everyone.
Hey, Mark. I don't think Mark.
I'll be attending an event at Oviedo Mall tomorrow. It's running from 11 to 5. It's the Pirate and Princess Extravaganza. Basically, we've got the whole mall.
We'll be running 11 other things tomorrow.
Yeah, I've got to move my mom.
Interesting.
So, Mark, a little news on the positive side. I have been working on behalf.
Yeah, you're very faint, Drew.
I'm very faint.
Yes.
Hang on.
There you go.
Okay. Any better?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I can actually hear you now.
Oh, here. I'll do this. How's that? Is that better? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, I have been in contact with the individuals that do, among other things, Ancient City Con, to see if I can get CAG and SFI both tables, since we are community service organizations. And I even offered in exchange to help them out at certain points where they needed it.
Right.
And the two I talked to so far have said that if it's approved, it'll be at every event they do nationwide.
Nice.
And I'm willing to work on that one.
Yeah, no kidding.
Welcome back, James.
I'm back. Sorry.
Welcome back. Oh, sorry, wrong movie. I'm showing my age.
Hello.
Welcome to the Late Night
Hello.
Show. But
The Great Late Show.
last time we had the show, we didn't really do gaming, so we decided to do a primarily gaming thing. Oh, Ian, get some rest.
Let's go back to talking about moonshine. No.
Well, first you take some water and some yeast and you put it in a jar and you cover it with a plastic glove. Wait, oh, that's gel.
I know how it's done.
And then if you filter it right,
It doesn't kill you.
Well,
Yeah.
no, but it'll clean your pipes.
and it will make you
Hey, if
blinded.
it don't kill you, yeah, yeah.
Okay. What's up, radio?
You know, it's the best moonshine is something you look at the bottle and your everything that's wrong with your body goes, no,
Then
you
it-
know that's the one you want.
I remember that.
Hey, I even got the screech in there for you.
All I know is if you've ever had some of the stuff I had, it never mind. I'm not even going to mention where that was. But
We're not going to talk about the stuff they make in the submarines, okay?
I wouldn't drink on a submarine. It's called fear. What do you call the only Marine on a submarine? Scared. That's what you call it.
So I am going to say at the last con we were at, I did find something to help with the pain the day before. But if I overdo it, yeah, it pays me back in 3 days.
And now she's not talking to him, the animal. Oh, wrong con. Never mind. I'm sorry.
Wrong con, buddy. No, I didn't get to put the mermaid back on the dinosaur this time because I got high. So, PSA, if you go to a con and there's a person that has an infusion station, don't eat a sample and then a piece of what you buy. Bad idea. I'm sitting talking to somebody and hear myself slur going, I don't slur ever. What the
All
heck?
right. We've covered this before. I'm going to say it again. You weren't slurring. You were speaking in cursive, and it's fucking elegant. Thank you, Dean Martin.
I'm going to say it took 45 years for me to get high. And oh my God. I was like, okay.
He's still working on the trip down.
But like I said, we found something that does help with the pain, and I can use it for like, especially like cons where the bathroom might not be the easiest thing to get to quickly. I'm still trying to figure out what TRMN means.
The Royal Metacorian Navy.
Oh no, I ran into
That's still a thing.
engineer and his wife. Hold please.
He has picked up a thing.
Uh-oh, now he's got a full cup.
Oh,
Yep.
it's not a cup.
That does not put me at ease.
I still have my Rappuccino, so I'm good with that.
Yeah, I was going to say, don't put me in this.
That's beef jerky.
Oh, I thought it was something else for a moment.
It tastes really good. And then they gave me this because it was flat.
Ah.
There you go.
I never knew cotton candy could make you feel that way. So I went back to him and went, you told me not to eat the whole package. You should have told me not to eat but one bite. And the wife starts laughing and goes, hey, you got a great big sample of the cotton candy. That's what did it to you. I'm just sitting there going, because if I had realized I was hungry, so I grabbed one piece of the jerky thinking this will keep my stomach settled for a little bit. Yeah, no. Nope. Oh, that's cool. So you're a captain in the Her Majesty's Navy?
The Royal Metacorian Navy.
Metacorian, yeah.
What is that? What is the main character's name?
Hey, I'm back.
To all of for all of us, Sean, this is to you. From all of us that has served in uniform and have gone to a nation other than the United States, when they tell you, here, take a sample of this and don't eat all that, you should automatically know, do not devour anything.
Yeah.
Sample means nibble. Some of the
there you go.
some of the this stuff won't bother you that I have sampled at different parts of this planet. They freaking lied.
This fills up a whole bag of the cotton candy normally.
Of course, I guess it doesn't harm you if you can't remember why you're here when you sampled it 6 miles away.
Yeah, I'm not sampling the Navy stuff. I know better than that. JRTC.
Who's talking about Navy? I'm talking about. Yeah, never mind.
But I'm saying, after the half a year of being with a pilot from the Navy and a submariner, yeah, I learned better than that. Nope. I don't.
A submariner?
Yeah, never just
Submariner.
Oh, it's with a submariner. That explains so much.
And then I went back to the Army happily, going.
Are there any squids in this chat?
Not right now.
What branch were you in, James?
United States Army.
Okay, well then we can honestly tell you, if you were worried about being with a squid that's a submariner, you had every right to. I have seen members of the United States Army and members of the United States Marine Corps both stand facing one another, crushed up against bulkheads, not touching each other, just because there were sailors around. Did you see that? Is he coming this way? Wait, does that sound like that, Chief?
There's a reason.
The Navy,
Mark had it very lucky. He sat behind a desk.
the Navy and the Marine uniforms have one special quality. They can take a 2 and make them a 20.
Mm-hmm.
Because the girls at my high school or that high school were not that great looking until they put on that uniform, and I was like, where did you come from? Because you weren't here the rest of the week.
Well, that's just never mind.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you really want that effect, go find yourself some people in like, in Canadian number ones or RCMP number ones. You go get some women in those, and I'm like, yeah, damn, I will take that. There are cuffs involved? Fine.
And I don't care.
That's when you volunteer to be handcuffed.
That's true. It's true.
I don't care what wear it. The Navy white uniform is still stupid as hell.
Yeah, well, the
White.
the RCMP number ones. Well, there were a couple of little redheads that. No, never mind. I still have dreams about those girls.
Back in '95, I lived in the Yukon, and it was the 100th anniversary of RSMP in the Yukon. And the musical ride came up from where they're stationed, and I think they're stationed near Ottawa. And they came up, and I swear up and down, they had a woman in the ride who looked like she literally walked off a Romulan ship. She had the hair, the eyebrows. She didn't have the ears, but like everything else was like spec, next generation Romulan. And you were like,
I tapped that.
oh, yeah, you definitely tapped that. You definitely tapped that. She's probably retired now, but anyway.
I remember when I saw that little redhead, I walked up to her and she said, "Well, nice to meet you," because she was part of a diplomatic thing, just like I was. And
yeah.
I literally looked her right in the face and said, "What would it take to get you to handcuff?"
Yeah.
She said, "Excuse." Oh, wait, you. Oh, I've heard about you guys, and I said, "Would you like to verify some of the things you've heard?"
I can't verify this, but I think he spent a lot of time in handcuffs. That's all I got to say.
Yeah,
Well, it wasn't a lot. It was
I
enough.
confirm or deny.
We shared the position back and forth, back and forth. It was a trade-off.
Yeah. A friend of my
Those
dad went to Kandahar.
are two words that would
on
stop
diplomatic
on
duty.
everybody in their tracks. National security.
That's true. They will make sure they will find every way that you won't enjoy it. But if it's mutual, they will help you find ways to enjoy it you didn't know were possible. So, yes.
Trying to think of any other game stuff. Pinochle.
Yeah, they haven't
Rugby.
played for years.
Rugby?
Rugby. That's just fighting with a ball, right?
No,
sticks.
there are slightly more rules. What you're thinking about is Oz rules football. Rugby has slightly more rules.
There are rules. It's organized violence, but then again, so is football.
Well, then there's hockey. Hockey is a great game.
Yeah.
I have gone to those. I have gone to those dang fights to see somebody fling a puck back and forth.
Straight up, hockey is a fight with skates and sticks.
Yeah. When done properly. When done
It's
properly.
great.
Aggressive ice.
Ice golf. Well,
I don't care how big you are.
it's only ice golf now because they don't have people the caliber of Gretzky.
The only
That
time
bike you
golf is a
kick
sport is if you are not allowed to use the golf cart.
Gretzky was capable of kicking 12 people's backsides and then making it not only look pretty but scoring.
This is true.
You're talking about the man. You're talking about a man who had like 12 penalty minutes a year.
Oh, yeah.
I thought that was a game.
Yes, the American kidney toss. Yeah, we have that.
I still remember the time I was in Burlington. I was talking to a friend of mine. She refereed a variety of amateur level hockey, and she was telling me about a night like on a Saturday, so it would have been a Friday night game, where a bunch of 12-year-old girls had a bench clearing brawl. And then she was aghast to the fact that I said, well, that sounds like it was a very good game. That's terrible. I'm like, I'm an equal opportunist. The women can fight too.
Sounds like a typical game.
What's a bench clearing ball between friends?
Hey, the ref ain't looking. Yeah. That's about it.
And I went to one Canucks game and I thought it was hilarious in Vancouver because we were the fourth row back from the screen. The puck hit Gretzky hit it. That tells you how long ago it was. That puck hit that screen and landed about 6 inches from me. Only because the guy behind me hit it with I don't know what he had in his hand, but he hit it, and when he did, it dropped next to me, and I grabbed that sucker and put it in my pocket.
Yeah.
Not the last Canucks game, but one game I went with my father. The week before, 10 days before, it was Vancouver versus Winnipeg. The first time, which shows you how long ago it was. What had happened was the game before they had bench cleared brawl like twice. So Bettman sat there in his wonderful infinite wisdom, and may he die in pain from the most horrible form of cancer ever. But he had sat there and basically said, I will fine anybody who even so much as sniffs at a fight. And of course, the team, like everybody in the stands, wanted a fight. So in the third period, basically Ty Domi, who was playing at the time for Winnipeg, signaled to Garth Butcher, who was playing for the Canucks, of like, the fans came for a fight, so let's have a fight. So they started a fight over nothing, just to have the fight that everybody came for. And I thought it was pretty noble in a weird way. And then I would live in Toronto when he played for Toronto. But
you know why they had the barriers at a hockey game? It's not for the protection of the crowd. It's protect the players from the crowd.
Somebody is asking.
In Philly,
they had one guy that was throwing like little squids or whatever on the ice.
Somebody is asking to join, but I don't know his name or her name.
I'm trying to get Ian. Make sure it's the right person.
I saw that April Davis is in Atlanta at JordanCon, and she is representing the Empire with honor.
Ian, I believe I sent you the message. Did you get it? I sent a message to him. I'm just waiting for him to get it. Hopefully.
Sounds fair. I mean, next weekend here in Calgary is Calgary Entertainment and Comic Expo.
Hey.
Michelle
Hello,
Hurd's going to be there.
Welcome, Ian.
Howdy.
Howdy, Ian.
Broke
Yeah.
that out while I'm in here.
Okay, there we go. But there's that. One thing I do want to bring up again, I've brought it up a couple times. I'm working with an organization now that is called Humanities 101 Foundation. It's a nonprofit that basically is helping to get small fixes for people with autism in the general public. So basically, they're going around teaching businesses how to accommodate people with autism and showing how you can make a change for less than $200 in some cases to actually accommodate these people. And one of the things that starting to talk to Dr. Dutch, the teacher that actually is running it, I didn't realize some of the stuff that I actually have with me puts me on the spectrum. And talking to him, I realized a lot of stuff does fit that qualification. So I've been popping in his lives. I think on the 26th, he's going to be doing a class, free stream class. Basically, he works as a college professor, and he streams the classes on TikTok, YouTube, and stuff like that. You can check it out on here, humanities101.org, and actually get information, especially if you have a child or a family member that's got autism, and you might have questions on how do I help with outbursts, or how do I get him? He always seems to be nervous around this. How do I help with that? He will sit down and give you information. That way he helps you out. I've given out to a couple teachers, a couple parents that I've met out in the wild to let them know, because what better way to find out about autism from a person that went through his whole life not knowing he had autism until his daughter was diagnosed. And people always tell him, hey, you need to settle down. And the one thing is he gets a little bit excited when he's on a subject. But people think that he's yelling and screaming, and no, that's just how he is when he's passionate on a thing. He's not yelling at you. He's not angry at you. And a lot of people think that people with autism are angry or they're yelling at them, and it's not that. It's just part of the way that their mind processes things.
Well, the biggest drawback to that is that they're raised in an atmosphere where if they communicate their regular way, which is like that, they actually, then you just add extreme depression to that.
So one of the things we're working on is I suggested maybe do training where the people that take the training can go into businesses and help them look for things that could accommodate their customers that don't cost them a lot. Kind of like found out years ago that the halogen bulbs, I could hear them. Basically, I could walk into a building and hear the buzzing. Well, when they're dying,
Halogen or fluorescent?
Huh?
Halogen or fluorescent?
Halogen and fluorescent are considered the same structure. Now, I found out from talking to Dutch, some of the cheap LED bulbs have a similar hum. So the ones that we have all throughout Drew's house and all throughout my house don't have that hum, but some of the cheaper ones will have like a slight hum to it. Another thing is having things to do, because the mind doesn't shut off with autism, no matter what you're doing. And having something that you can fidget with, like one of the little popping toys, that alone allows a lot of autistic people to be able to sit through a movie where they couldn't. You know, having stuff like that makes a big difference. So, like I said, one of the companies knew that the building was loud, and all they did was put a "please take one if you need it," and they would buy the cheap. You get 50 for $1 of the little earplugs, and they just had it so that anybody could take earplugs. They had packages of earplugs because they knew that that was an accommodation that they could do for anybody coming into that building. So that's one of the things he's doing. Yeah, I need to work
John,
on.
your I was just gonna say your camera just died.
Yeah, I'm still troubleshooting this, and I need to switch out some stuff and tape it to correct it. But they're called micro accommodations, basically, and you don't only have them for autism. Drew's daughter, we got micro accommodations that are there whenever we do it. Robert, he's a little bit more functional, but he's got micro accommodations whenever he's out recruiting with us. We had 4 or 5 of our friends come over one day. We were there and we took the picture. Each of them has an accommodation with their Special Olympics, the special needs that they have qualifying for Special Olympics. Those little accommodations, people don't think sometimes. Let me get off my desk. Sometimes those accommodations that parents and people that work with them all the time, they recognize those as accommodations. But when you get out into the world, people go, "Oh, this kid's a bad kid," not knowing that no, it's how this kid communicates. Like there's a girl with angel syndrome. Basically, she has a seizure and she forgets everything. And she's 16 now, or going to be 16 in June. And basically, when she was like 9 years old, she reverted back to a baby. And she doesn't talk. So when she's trying to get people's attention or she's excited, she screams. And a lot of people look at it and go, "Why is your kid being so loud?" No, that's her way of communicating with you. And until you start recognizing that, you look at everybody's faults and go, "Man, you should be able to change this." And sometimes it's not that easy. So the cool thing with Drew, being around Drew, he actually goes to SNL, which is their Saturday Night Live function, where all the special needs kids go do something. And I've seen him play paper airplanes with them for an hour just to get the kids involved and teach them something different. So, like I said, I want to be able to provide that type of information to people that's available, because in the state of Florida, we have a friend that's a nurse, and they're 6 months from being able to get their autistic kid into a behavioral program right now, and the insurance company isn't helping either. So, with an organization like this, that is one more thing to support those type of parents, that they just want to be able to feel like they're accomplishing something and they're working as best they can and feeling like they're failing. So, humanities101.org. If you have anybody that has ADD or autism, point them to that. So, like I said, he is running classes and he'll be doing more stuff as he goes along. He said, "Hey, I'm a college professor. I'm going to teach this class anyways." He makes it available for anybody to take the classes that he takes. So it's pretty nice. I sat through the micro accommodations one, and if I'm awake when the next one happens, I'll probably sit through that too, because it will be after the kids turn in their projects of what micro accommodation the college kids wrote up. So, like I said, it's pretty interesting to learn stuff that you go 45 years and never understand why you're the way you are. And part of the problem is during my time period and before, they were like, "Hey, you're bored." They didn't check for anything. So,
Well, then you get to a little closer to when I was growing up, and they took the extreme to another level in which they overdiagnosed everybody and their third cousin with ADHD or ADD or.
there is some truth to that, especially the ones that the parents just don't want to be parents and want to give them a tablet to do everything.
Well, from I think the mid to late 80s to like the really early 90s, there was thousands upon thousands of people diagnosed as ADHD or ADD that weren't. Like doctors were giving out that diagnosis like it was Pez from a Pez dispenser.
Unfortunately, that diagnosis came quite often with drugs.
Yeah.
Which means if you were misdiagnosed like that, and you were getting fairly intensive adjustment drugs.
It was actually worse than that, because if you weren't ADHD or ADD back then, what they were giving you was essentially speed. They might have
no, I think you're overthinking that.
Adderall.
Ritalin back then was to somebody that didn't have ADHD or ADD was essentially, you might as well have been giving them speed.
Yeah, they were very good back then pushing drugs on people instead of diagnosing them.
Well, now they've gone the exact opposite. Now, when you need the painkillers, they don't give them to you anymore. So you could be barely able to move, and they're giving you ibuprofen, and that's it. So they've gone from one extreme to the other. So now, being a drug rehab tech for 10 years, did they overdiagnose opiates? Hell yeah. I had a minor back injury, and the guy gave me Vicodin. I'm like, all I need is the muscle relaxer. Can you keep the Vicodin? Because that don't do shit. So, yeah, I'm going to need to rearrange this whole thing.
Yeah, I don't think your camera likes you, Sean.
No, it's literally the USB port. I don't have enough USB ports. So I have a port replicator. And that port replicator, the way it's sitting, is moving the the wire. So
Oh, is that where the beeping keeps coming from?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what it is.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean that's the challenge with laptops. That's why you always need a good desktop, because nowadays they put like 1,800 ports
yeah.
for USB on a desktop now.
However, let's be honest. 5 years ago, when I got this laptop, I didn't think I was going to be going online to do streaming or anything. That was the last thought I ever had. So I probably would have gotten something different if I had realized that back then.
No, that's fair. That's perfectly fair, Sean.
Let's see if that'll.
I think the computer that I'm currently on is a decade old.
Yeah. I haven't had a desktop in so long. It's not funny.
Oh, I can't live without a desktop. I have to have a desktop.
I've got a desktop. It's collecting a whole lot of dust right down there, right next to the carton.
Yeah.
It hasn't been turned on in probably 6 years.
I have this desktop here in this room. I have one of those Dell with a touch screen, like all-in-ones, in my office, put in quotation marks because it's sort of right now it's sort of a collection of stuff, more than it is a functional room. And then I have a proper desktop. That's my main desktop. That's in my bedroom. And then I have 4 or 5 laptops that I believe are all operational. Although I think one hasn't been turned on in 5 years. So I'm not sure how operational.
Yeah, this
But it's running XP, so
laptop I'm on right now, I just got like a week and a half ago.
Yeah.
I keep getting my dad's old laptops. That's why I have a collection of them at this point.
Oh, I know why I don't have a desktop. The last one I had was when I was with my ex-wife and built it from scratch and went, not worth it. I'm going to lose it. I'm not going to build another one. That's why.
I'm single.
Yeah, I am too. I like to be able to grab my gaming laptop and run. Of course, I hadn't played in a while.
I would like a gaming laptop, but like it's one of the things of money for a supplementary gaming kit is not in the cards.
Yeah.
Oh, I got something to show you guys. 1 second.
Oh no!
Uh-oh.
What have we inspired Ian to do?
You do realize that normally when that happens, oh wait, I'm not on TikTok. Never mind. Every time I got something to show you, the account gets banned.
Fair. That does happen sometimes.
Cool.
Yes, my favorite blade.
What's cool
Metal?
about this
That was
is
metal. I can tell from here.
this.
Wrong one. This one.
Oh, jeez.
Cool. He got it signed.
I
Yeah,
don't read
it's-
cursive so well. What does it say?
It is made by an actual prop master from DS9, Dragon Drognet, who's also worked on Babylon 5, Star Trek The Next Generation, Voyager, DS9. And this is apparently made from part of KLS's the base for KLS's sword from DS, Batleth from DS9.
Okay.
It's either one big
Trying to remember that stand.
or you got a tentacle monster about to smack you.
Neat.
But yeah, I got this when I went all the way down to Layton, Utah for a convention and met him and won this in a auction.
Oh. What's it made out of?
It's metal.
Oh, okay. Just wasn't sure because the lighting is less than ideal to see.
Enjoyed it home as a collectible.
Yeah, the light right behind you is kind of blinding it.
Yeah.
There you go.
There we go.
It is
Honor.
multi-tone. It's just yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm jealous. What do you want? Is that what
I
you want to
finally
hear?
get the cameras from changing on my screen, and now we're about at the end of the show.
That sounds about right.
Anybody have anything? I know Mark's going next week, or is it this week to something con?
It's the Pirate and Princess Extravaganza at the Oviedo Mall.
Oh, okay. So he'll
It's a
be
day
at the
event.
mall tomorrow.
Yes, from 11 to 5.
So are you going as Jack or the girl that smacked Jack?
Yeah, just doing my ambassador thing.
Wait. Which girl that smacked Jack? Because I remember that scene as being him like being slapped by like 3 women at once.
You do realize that
in a
the
row.
same girl smacked him in every single movie, right?
Let's see.
Well, I'm thinking of the original movie where you get in that scene and
hello, my name is Hidalgo. Here we go.
Because it's a whole thing of I deserve that. I deserve that. I don't think I deserve that one.
Well, of course, I knew her as somebody other than the person that smacked the shit out of Jack on that show or that movie. I knew her as the Orbit's girl, Vanessa Branch.
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
Yeah. The 6 people who got that reference.
Well, we got it somewhere. If it didn't lock when I did it, we actually have the picture with her from our Klingon group.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to see if Mark was gonna welcome back again. Was gonna wear the dress or the pirate outfit. And he's not. He's gonna wear his ambassador outfit.
Well, Klingons are kind of considered pirates, at least in the old days they were.
Oh, you gotta get the big hat.
Big hat.
I'll have to see if I can acquire one.
I'm saying wear the pirate hat on top of your Klingon outfit, and then you carry around the donation jar, put a little bit of dirt in the bottom, and you go, "It's my jar of dirt," and run around. You're the Klingon pirate.
Or I could do an eye patch.
That too.
Then you could do the whole thing of Mortok and General Chang not seeing eye to eye.
Well, that all depends on which eye you're looking at.
Well, the thing is that they have their good eyes are on the other person's blind eye, right? When they face each other. Anyways, I'm going to Calgary Entertainment and Comic Expo next weekend, starting starting on the Thursday, and then I'm running, or then I'm in charge of the Starfleet Region 10 contingent of the Parade of Wonders, which is on Friday morning. And then, I will be at the con all the time. I will not be at a table though, because I could not get a table for my new ship, and my other ship. They've got plenty of people to do it, and not enough badges. So I'll be there on my own reconnaissance, which is the first time I will be at that con on my own reconnaissance since 2018. So it'll be interesting.
Are you taking bets to see if the CO actually shows up?
No, because that's a sucker bet. Everyone knows it's a sucker bet.
Why?
First contact, eh?
You know he's not going to show up?
He might show up one day. If he's going to show up, he'll probably show up on Saturday.
I think the coolest moment that I had at a con was I went to Fan Expo in Toronto once. Whew, that was a event and a half, but they surprised everybody with a surprise event. The panel was the Discovery crew.
Oh.
About 3 weeks before Star Trek Discovery Season 1 started.
Oh, that would.
I ran up to the stage right at the end of it, got to get pictures with Shaniqua Martin Green and Chris Isaacs.
Neat.
And then, like 2 years later, I got to meet Saru.
I've got a.
Oh, yeah, Doug. Yeah.
Yeah, we did a picture at Edmonton with Franks, McGavin, and I think Michelle Hurd and Todd Stasiak. So there was like 4 actors in it, and then there was 4 of us.
Doug's a great guy. I got to stand around and talk with him for like 10 minutes, talking Star Trek before he had to move on to another appointment.
Yeah, no, I've got a picture of Todd holding this FASA Star Trek box that's like a couple feet from me, that I picked up at the Edmonton Con, and showed him. I showed him, and it's like, Todd, you got to see this. So I have a picture of him holding this, and the Klingon one that I have, like in his hands, like crossed like this. So yeah, he's a great guy. He's very, very forthcoming. The table we had at Edmonton though was very, because they put all 4 Star Trek people like in a row for their autograph placement. And that was facing, like the 4 of them were facing the laneway that our booth was in. So virtually every time any of them left, they had to come by the booth, and Todd was like back and forth several times.
That sucks. When I lived in Alberta, Edmonton didn't have any real cons. I think the closest one was Calgary had one.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's all Fan Expo, right? So
yeah. But I haven't lived in Alberta since like 2004 or 2006.
The bad thing is the stuff that hasn't changed.
Well, I did pick something up. That was at MyCon.
Yeah, it's a Klingon
Every
toothpick.
good Klingon chick had a decent dagger.
That's not a knife. This is it. No.
Yeah,
Wrong
just actually
accent.
in the booth.
Wrong accent.
There we go. Gee, I wonder who those people are.
Let me explain
Yeah,
how long
we had a ripping good time with them.
tag thing to find that picture.
I mean, I don't know. There's supposed to be this really ugly guy on the viewers, right?
Yeah, no, right.
Which one? There's like 3 or 4 of us there.
All of them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So we had the Romulan and the and Naomi from Voyager.
Which Romulan?
All of them. I can't think of her name right now.
Okay.
What is her name? And that's like
Robin Curtis.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The Robin Curtis and Vanessa Branch were the 2.
Okay.
But Vic will be the guest at the next version of this con. So that's the world's smallest knife. Did you steal it off a Tinkerbell?
No, actually, this is like a boot dagger. I've been looking for one, and I finished. It only took me about I'd say an hour and a half painting it up. Made it a little safer because it had a surgically sharp point on it, even though it was wood.
Wow.
So I was able to still make it look decent. Couldn't beat the price. It was only like $3.
Oh, that's not
They
bad.
had some really random dealers at my con. Fun times.
That's okay.
Oh, that is a great picture.
Gee, I wonder who that is.
I'm the
That is an awesome picture.
They're streaming the final season now, you know.
Yeah, we're me and my wife were going through season 4 right now.
I got a
Well,
big
if
stack.
you haven't seen the latest one, I'm not going to say anything.
There's
This-
Robin
this-
Curtis.
This con was rather interesting because I walked in the door. I was going to go talk to Corey. This is the one where Sean had the other picture, and I'm in my Starfleet uniform, and I walked through, and I ran into Robin. Well, I helped Robin in Portland, Oregon, and then again over 20 years ago, and then again in San Francisco the following week because I was friends of the promoters and the people that were hosting. So I walk in the door and I didn't realize Robin was in yet, and she goes, "Through," and I'm like, I turn and I look and I go, "Robin," and she said, "In my business, you got to remember everybody." She's,
Oh,
"What are you doing?" So yeah.
her and her handler brought a lot of stuff. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah. This is true.
What's
Yeah,
funny
no,
was my birthday and Vanessa's son's birthday was like 3 days before. So went and got him a little gift. So we have been going for an hour and a half, Drew. Normally we cut it off at hour and 10, but we were talking.
Well, I was going to let you kill it if you wanted to.
Well,
You
technically,
wanna pull it?
Sean, it
Pull
was
it.
you were talking.
Well,
Yeah, we were all listening.
Yeah.
why did that not pop up? You shared something on your second camera, and when I clicked on it, it didn't go to the screen.
Who, me?
No, Brandon.
Sorry, 1 second. Let me see here. What am I doing wrong?
Everything.
That's what they say.
Hold on. Let's see. Can you see that?
Okay, let's try it again. There we go.
There we go.
That's the guy who made this.
Ah, excellent.
You did a good
That
job.
is obviously your Metacorian Navy outfit. Or-
It is.
You know what's really terrible is the only guy I got to work with is Matt Jeffries.
Well,
The-
you know
the-
what, Drew? Like, we're just gonna play this game of one-upmanship, and then you're just gonna sit there and pull out trumps, solid trumps.
That's just
Yeah,
because I'm
right?
very old.
Hold on, everybody, just go. Just give them the salute.
I'll just go one slightly better, and with my 10 minutes talk with Jason Momoa.
There you go.
Yeah, no, that's a different Roddenberry project.
Yeah.
I actually got to work. I've actually been in 2 movies, 1 TV show, and a couple of music videos. And one of those movies, I actually got to work with Lou Diamond Phillips.
There you go.
All right. So we switched from Drew, and then we just salute. We salute Ian for that.
And no, it's just that's I used that connection because he was in Stargate Universe to stand around and chat with Jason Momoa, because Jason Momoa obviously was on Stargate Atlantis. So,
My brain didn't go there. I am tired.
Good night, guys.
The Stargate poster is up there.
I get to get up super early.
That's the other thing.
Good luck.
Y'all have a great evening. Let me pull up. Oh,
Before
next
we
time
go-
we'll see your logo. I'm sorry, Richard, but next time we can show the logo. So,
No,
All right.
you need to send it to me.
Before we go,
Put it on the catalog.
I sent the message when I died on the camera and everything. Is anyone doing IC 2024? Richard?
Don't know. The RC was going to look at what the prices were, and then maybe we're going to go together. But it's definitely not something I'd go alone. I'd probably come. With
I don't even want to go, but I have to. I need to borrow rifles if anyone has any. You can see the old Marine flag behind me.
from a million years ago.
Yes. But I do have the new one, and I have the Starfleet flag and the American flag. We have poles, but we don't have no rifles, and I'd like to try to get a good team from different areas.
I won't know I doubt my RC is really going to even be able to look at it until after the con. So, I'm going to know maybe first or second week of May if it's feasible or not.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
know financially my whole chapter is strapped, so that's not going to work.
Okay.
Well, I mean, realistically, this is the first year that I might actually be able to travel. So,
Drew, you need it so you can get it to the printing company. Is that what you needed it for?
Yeah, from Richard.
Okay, hold on.
Drew, I'll send you a good copy.
Okay,
Okay.
that works.
Because that's a Facebook copy. It's off my phone. I'll get you a good.
Yeah, I've already got the one of your old ship, but we're not using that.
That's fair with me.
One of the cool things before we go that Drew is doing is he's actually with our quartermaster for us. He's actually there's Richard's new ship logo.
Okay.
I didn't have it downloaded. I forgot about it until now.
Okay.
He's actually setting it up so that your chapter can go on and order the
Customize this stuff. You can put your chapter patch on your sleeve. You can put, and we're also looking for other things we can get. So far, we're having trouble with a mustard green, which is the mustard greenish yellow is for operations, but we have found the hero t-shirts with the hidden zipper. that are cotton, that are sweat wicking. One of the colors we've chosen, along with the maroon, which matches command perfectly, the teal, which matches medical and science, but also my one of my favorite colors anyway, black, jet black. But you could put your ship patch on the sleeve. Yeah, there you go. That's just some of what we have. We're still going through and adding to.
So, if you are local, this is actually to Florida. This is the guy that if you bought any of the patches while Steve was in office, the
3D vinyl patches.
Yeah, the 3D vinyl patches that Steve got. This was actually made, what, 20 minutes from your house?
Yeah. When Steve announced it on After Dark, one of the things he says, and you tell me, because I got boots on the ground, but he didn't say that the guys who are running my show are the boots on the ground.
This is one of the shirts, and this shirt is, I think, the oldest one.
Yes, that one's the oldest.
Shirt first. This shirt is as old as our chapter.
No, actually, it's a week older.
So, essentially, if you think about it, to have a person have a shirt that the patch doesn't come off, even though it's vinyl and not a, what's that called? Silk screen, where it's in the fabric. These patches last longer than the materials, because I can tell you mine and Drew's hats are not black anymore.
But the patches look gorgeous.
Right. So
I think it's funny. I'm so familiar with security organizations in Canada that I can tell, even though the quality of that picture is not great, that Ian is with Paladin.
Yep. We're also in the States now, actually.
Yep. I've seen Paladin around.
Yeah, no, I could tell for the shoulder flashes. I know that shape well because they currently have a contract at the Horizon site, which is the site, one of the petroleum sites for my company. Used to be Garda, then moved to Paladin.
So, like I said, the supplier for our quartermaster is the same supplier that we've used with Starfleet International and has been proven to make quality stuff. We didn't go with, hey, some random website that you don't know the quality of. This guy, for the prices he charges, he does really good work. And what I know Drew wanted was to be able to say, hey, it costs a little bit to get your thing vectored, but once you get it vectored and in the system, then you get a new member. You just give them the link, and you don't have to worry about paying out a deposit or anything. It's taken care of completely. So, Drew asked about the damn laptop, and I've been trying to save up to buy the damn jacket. But for $40 for a windbreaker that has your chapter on it, that if you're going to like a city council meeting or say Special Olympics or whatever, where
you can go to the nice ones.
Costume, you wear that windbreaker and it's still a professional style look, and you can anywhere. So it's an Ike style windbreaker, which Drew was looking for, and it's called a coach jacket, but it is the Ike style. But we wanted something because we didn't want every other setup, but we also wanted to be able to have shirts for anybody that wanted them. And the uniform shirt that Drew talked about, on the back, it's got our patch kind of like is it our black or our gray shirt? I think it's
Gray.
gray shirt. Our gray shirt has the patch on the back. Well, what this uniform for is a polo that has Drew's name embroidered on it. And then on the back, it's got that vinyl patch.
Eventually, you and I will be the only ones with the black one. So
I joked with him and went, "Are we starting a bowling league?" Because
no, but bullying isn't out of the question. No, just kidding.
I'm just saying we could start a bowling league with our shirts because they could double for it. But it is a really nice quality shirt, and
Well, they're business shirts. That's the difference.
yeah. So, like I said, we are adding more and more, and Drew has done a phenomenal job of finding small businesses that do super great work. I did the CQ article on the Haven and
Syfy bar truck.
and we went to our printer, and Stacy, who is a member of our crew, printed out the whole CQ in a spiral bind for us and gave it to us because we were giving it to Sean and Lori. So we presented that to them. What's last week? What isn't it?
Yep, it was at Prehistoric Con.
Okay. So we presented that to them at Prehistoric Con. So the other thing is if you're going to a lot of cons and stuff and get to know them, write an article in the CQ and then just bring a copy to them. It might get you some favors that you never know. Now, we didn't do it for favors. We're volunteers with his organization anyway. So, but just suggestions for other places. So,
yeah, we and our CAG chapter both are now officially volunteers with their organization. Now, the thing with the company that does the shirts and everything, I found out that the associated companies for that gentleman, which are several, there's 3 in Canada. One I know is in Richard's neck of the woods. They may be able to electronically transfer the stuff up to them and have them do it so that it's local.
So we're working on it.
Yeah. All right.
I'm working on it, guys. Come on, I'm working on it. Like I said, like I have.
Locally, I would love to do that. So.
Richard is one of the unfortunate souls, like Sean, that has been with me since the get-go on this. I have always said we all have to start working together. We don't have time to work apart.
Yep,
it's true.
So
very true.
Like I said,
matter of fact, that's what Richard and my friendship is based on. Let's work together. Let's make this shit happen.
So the next show will be on the first Friday of the month. And we will be talking about everything that is Saru.
That is beyond cool.
That the fact that I can recognize them without all the prosthetics is awesome.
No, you see the size of it.
Yeah, the hands are bigger than my face.
Unfortunately, that was the best picture we could. I was actually doing the Vulcan salute, but the person who caught the picture caught like 5 pictures, and this was the best one. But unfortunately, I wasn't doing the Vulcan salute properly.
You were doing it like Dr. McCoy did.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how DeForest did it. It was always like this.
So for preparation of the next show, we will be talking about sci-fi shows, cons, cosplay, gaming if we have something, and also volunteering.
Oh.
I think we're boring.
You woke up to that. Welcome back.
Uh-oh. Now he's coming at us with a knife. Run, guys.
But so
Yeah, now he wants a drink.
got the fucking
It's a
bell.
nice souvenir. Blades are us.
So next,
Oh,
was
if you
the
knew when,
show.
if you knew when Russell was around, someone fell asleep like that, we got as many minutes of recording as we could. And then in the middle of the next show, we'd play it. As
oh,
Richard, he was a
I've done that. I've done that.
I'm glad that we
I
had.
seem to recall John getting got with that once or twice.
So
and we didn't call it bullying or blackmail or anything like that. We just called it good old clean fun.
So this past month was the 3-year anniversary of Russell Camp passing away. Our show, our ship are all memorials to this man because he went out of his way to make sure communication happened through the pandemic and then passed away because somebody was stupid. So we're not going to go into details right now, but 3 years. I want to say everybody that's been involved in After Dark and this show, thank you for keeping his legacy alive.
And just FYI for anybody really interested, the gentleman that did what he did because of one of these in an automobile is now doing time for vehicular manslaughter.
Okay. So next show, like I said, the first Friday of the month, I'll post the dates. I need to start making a calendar. Sorry. I waited till the end. I was exhausted. But everybody, live long and prosper. And till next time, have a great